How construction companies can meet growing infrastructural needs with recruitment project initiatives. According to Global Infrastructure Outlook, the demand for infrastructure investment in the next 20 years will rise to an eye-watering figure of $94 trillion. Many studies estimate that around 7 billion people will be living in urban centers by 2050, and to accommodate them, the construction industry needs to build 13,000 buildings every day between 2022 and 2050. What these extravagant numbers suggest is that the construction sector has its work cut out when it comes to sourcing labor and talent to meet unprecedented infrastructural requirements. The industry doesn't only need to focus on long-term hiring strategy but project recruitment as well to stand a chance to get close to the aforementioned numbers. Recruitment projects can help construction businesses to scale up their regional and global operations to drive sustainable growth. In the current economy, only those companies can expect to lead the sector that embrace the proactive approach instead of reacting to the new developments and circumstances. That's why having an effective and multi-pronged hiring strategy that includes project recruitment has almost become an existential issue for most construction businesses at this point in time. With a focused recruitment project, companies can meet their short-term labor needs and also build their talent pool for long-term success. Implementing a complex recruitment strategy can be a process-intensive initiative that requires informational visibility for effective communication and work transparency. That's where KanBo can help businesses with its diverse and versatile digital platform. Recruitment project in construction. It is inevitable that a company will have to dramatically increase recruiting efforts at some point, whether it is due to changes in the business environment, an expansion into a different territory, or just an increase in the company's size. Contracting specialized recruiting initiatives for relatively brief requirements is one way that project recruitment may help you respond swiftly. As a result, construction companies can access high-quality resources in a quick period by using innovative advancements in the HR sector. If you look at the definition of a recruitment project, it usually alludes to a talent acquisition solution where businesses attempt to hire for a rather large volume of jobs with a specified delivery period of up to 1 year. Project recruiting is a staffing approach that combines standard project hiring with specialized technical knowledge. This is done by putting together a team of experts to meet specific needs, and it is usually leveraged for high-volume, short-duration tasks that demand specialized skills and experience. Some of the key benefits of a recruitment project include flexible scalability. One of the best features of a recruitment project is that you can both scale up or scale down your operations in a quick timeframe by communicating your staffing needs. This enables you to take on large-scale as well as urgent projects without having to worry about recruitment, onboarding, and offboarding functions. On-demand skill set. Most of the project recruitment is done for specific jobs, so you have the option to define the exact expertise and experience you are searching for. This allows construction businesses to hire the right person for the right job at the right time, a trifecta of variables that's usually an uphill challenge for in-house HRM. Manage expenditure. With the current economy experiencing inflationary pressures from every corner of the market, it has become crucial for construction businesses to control their expenditure to ensure they stay reasonably profitable. Project recruitment can help construction businesses of all sizes to hire the best people within their budgets. Focus on growth. Outsourcing your organization's specific recruitment needs also takes away the burden from internal HRM. It gives them the time and resources to focus on long-term growth and create an effective hiring strategy to plug the talent gap. Moreover, they also receive the required assistance during peak recruitment and high-volume onboarding seasons. Make informed decisions. An overwhelming majority of recruitment project companies provide you with the data analytics and insights needed for making high-performance decisions. This way, construction organizations can concentrate on smart and result-oriented recruitment that directly adds to their bottom line. You may find both permanent and temporary employees using recruitment project companies. the type and extent of the recruiting initiative, including the required professional competence, will decide the kind and degree of jobs to be targeted. Expert recruiting initiatives, such as when an entity is growing its current facilities or launching a new site, may need the hiring of people at various levels of hierarchy. Who can help construction businesses with project recruitment? Depending on the goals and expectations, a construction business can go for an HR project manager or a project recruitment service provider. Human resource project manager. Career growth solutions and detailed project processes are the responsibility of the HR project manager. Creating and rolling out new services to serve personnel in many sites, deploying manpower, and executing several operations simultaneously are all tasks that fall to them. An HR project manager leads to the formulation of hassle-free processes by questioning and criticizing effective project management. They ensure that all of the company's actions are guided by the client's viewpoint, and this is done at all times by each employee. Building and maintaining strong working relationships with various departments, HR partners, and critical business backers is a specialty of an HR project manager. Other areas where they can be helpful include worker lifetime integrated services, human resources systems, and execution capabilities where they assist in assembling work groups and ensuring that all agreed upon initiatives are on track to meet their objectives on schedule and within budget. When necessary, the HR project manager fosters connections with various stakeholders so that staff are well engaged and employ the best resources at hand. In addition, they provide regular updates on the status of projects in a straightforward manner. They are able to handle a wide range of tasks and priorities at the same time. An organization's strategic objectives and future expansion will be evaluated by the HR project manager, who reviews new proactive measures. In order to prevent projects from being duplicated and to increase employee involvement in critical initiatives, the HR project manager must be able to nurture strong working relationships with HR partners. They also enable the implementation of technologies and procedures to meet growth demands and participate in system improvement projects according to their expertise. Recruitment project partner. The other option for a construction company is to acquire recruitment process outsourcing, RPO, where your partner basically integrates their system into your business. They are usually present on the site and ensure they understand your unique organizational requirements. However, in order to find the right recruitment project provider, you need to take the following factors into consideration. 1. Find a construction industry specialist. It would be difficult for a recruiting firm that doesn't focus on your industry to find you the skills you desire. Distributing your workforce needs to many organizations is essentially a kind of risk-averse wagering. You could get a few good victories with it, but you probably wouldn't be able to go as far as you need. That's only possible if you engage recruitment project partners that are the finest in their field at delivering results and can also assist you with your employee value proposition. Your recruiting collaborator should have a deep knowledge of your market segment and a thorough comprehension of the applicants in that area. That's how they prove they're more than simply a position in your facility and contribute actual value. 2. Determine your distinct requirements. Do I need a provider or a strategic ally? That's the first question worth asking. When it comes to the attainment of organizational goals, there is a huge contrast. Using a provider will allow you to acquire the required skills and talent. They'll be there with your HRM and willing to help you cover any openings and raise your staffing levels as quickly as possible. But that's about the extent of their influence. Whereas an ally will assist you in developing a true strategic advantage in your industry. They'll ensure that the services they offer are matched with your organization's goals. It's essential to mention that recruiting isn't simply about getting the appropriate people in the door, but retaining them for long-term success. 3. Carry out cost-benefit analysis. Contracting your recruiting is an effective way to save money, but time savings are also crucial. You should not be responsible for reviewing job applications, maintaining accounts, or enforcing compliance if you're being straight with yourself. There are some aspects that you should concentrate on. Choosing an employment agency with an office team that handles all of the routine duties is always a good idea. If you operate with subcontractors, this is particularly crucial because of the frequent changes in the law. It is clear that recruiting project is more successful than conventional approaches since it is expanding at a 3 times faster pace. And, as is often the case, the finest outcomes are obtained through collaborative efforts. 4. Make data-driven decisions. One of the primary advantages of using an RPO is the ability to monitor every step of the hiring process. There are occasions when companies make choices solely on the basis of instinct, or because someone had a flash of inspiration in a bar. Although intuitions have their place, a large proportion of tactical judgments should be supported by evidence. Every construction firm is looking to fill positions with individuals who can assist them in meeting their goals and objectives more quickly than their rivals. As a result, they get a higher return on investment and have a leg up on the competition. Your recruiting consultant should be able to offer you all the information you want so that you can make well-informed choices about your workers that are in line with your company's goals. 5. Implement project recruitment best practices. You have to keep in mind that once you outsource the recruitment project, your job as a business is far from done. Employ the following practices to make sure that you get the most out of this partnership. Be specific about what abilities are required, what are preferable, and who has been already evaluated for every position. For a project to go off without a hitch, you need to have these things in place beforehand. As a result of persistent communication, problems may be addressed quickly and reliably. It helps both your in-house HRM and the recruitment partner to work together to get the job done. Maintain the emphasis on applicants who match or surpass your expectations, particularly if the project demands a huge talent stream. Don't get hung up on the stats. Regardless of how many prospects you have in your funnel, it will do no good if they are all inadequate. As the quantity of open positions grows, it is necessary to restructure the workforce. In the sphere of hiring, firms that continually modify their positions and demands are by far the most successful. Your project will go ahead without a hitch if you can maintain pace with the constantly shifting needs. Ensure that all stakeholders have identical stakes in the successful completion of a project before you begin. Additionally, make sure that you and your team have agreed on what success means. You won't be able to track down the right people for open positions if you can't communicate effectively. When interviewing applicants, be sure to provide the HR project recruiting partner with specific comments. Your potential pool's prospects' real-world experiences might help you fine-tune your recruiting parameters as you go along. Sustainable development goals and objectives for the construction industry. For large organizations, notably those in the construction sector, the pursuit of service efficiency through versatile infrastructure is a fundamental driver for achieving sustainable development goals. In the future, we will need greater resources, awareness, and enthusiasm to reduce our impact on the environment as we integrate our business model with environmental objectives. One reason for this is that the UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs has created goals and criteria that can only be reached with the participation of big companies. The following are the most important objectives. Create long-term oriented infrastructure resilient to change. UN Economic and Social Affairs is to construct long-lasting, reliable, powerful, and robust infrastructure to support economic development and social well-being. Companies need to ensure that everyone has equal access to both employment and products and services. Promote sustainable and inclusive industrialization. The United Nations urges large-scale organizations, notably construction firms, to vigorously promote sustainable and inclusive industrialization over the next 10 years in order to boost the industry's share of GDP and employment in the next decade. Businesses should aspire to quadruple their contributions in developing countries, in accordance with regional conditions. Enhance access for small and medium-sized enterprises. In most developing countries, products and services, particularly those related to regional and global mobility, are unavailable to the majority of citizens. Small businesses in the construction industry should be given assistance in gaining access so that the local populace may learn about the economic opportunities available to them. Enable responsible consumption with greener technologies. The UN also wants major companies like construction corporations to update their businesses and infrastructure in order to make them more sustainable. Clean and ecologically friendly technologies, effective resource use, and simplified process management must all be given top priority. Encourage scientific and technological innovation and research. Aiming to increase their industrial sector's technological capabilities over the next decade or two should be a priority for multinational corporations, especially in developing countries. Improve technological, economic, and technical aid to help build robust and sustainable infrastructure in poor countries. Help underdeveloped countries with their own research and development efforts. Improve access to communication and information technology, as well as make efforts to provide affordable and widespread internet access. Recruitment project, how does it work? It all starts with the recruiting project service being engaged by a company in order to assist with an enterprise change in human resources. Screening parameters such as location, industry, expertise, secrecy, and timeline may be customized to meet the needs. Regardless, recruiting project inquiries tend to follow a fairly consistent pattern. Prospects are shortlisted, interviewed, and offered a position as part of a sequence of steps that include significant targets and objectives. 1. Step 1. Explore and explain. The first step is to explore and specify what you're looking for. The exploration phase includes two functions, including identification of your market offering, company mission, and ideals, and determining the organization's skills, expertise, and competencies. After the first step, recruitment project providers screen applicants for both technical and cultural matches, which guarantees that they can find the best fit for your organization. Both of these are necessary for a smooth transition and long-term customer loyalty. 2. Step 2. Detect and locate. Once the recruiting partner has understood the requirements, they take the next step of market evaluation, which is usually called talent modeling or mapping. The initiative is meant to determine the skill and experience level of accessible candidates and where they are located. Reducing project duration and making sure the business scope is large enough to effectively recruit top-tier talent are two of the many benefits of using talent modeling. The recruiting project service will begin contacting possible applicants on behalf of your organization after the talent mapping process is finished. There will be a large number of applicants found as a consequence of the exercise, but others may be familiar with the recruiting project contractor through their broad professional networks, and some may be found through direct marketing. 3. Step 3. Screen and select. Applicants are pre-screened for suitability based on their ability to meet the basic criteria, such as having a valid work visa in the nation. An in-depth eligibility evaluation follows the initial screening of applicants to ensure their interest and suitability for the post. The assessment usually comprises competency-based and technical questions tailored to match each prospective employee's abilities with the job stated requirements. Applicants and consultants may have the opportunity to meet in person if they are located in close proximity to one another. 4. Step 4. Shortlist and interview. Applicants that fit the job requirements in terms of abilities, knowledge, and attitudes are then presented to the construction business by the recruitment project partner, along with a resume and any other material that may be useful in making a decision. The recruiting project service will communicate with the company, address any issues, and provide quick feedback. 5. Step 5. Advise and convince. Aspirants that make it to the interview round after being shortlisted will be notified. In order to provide applicants the greatest potential opportunity of succeeding in an assessment, the recruiting project contractor must meticulously educate and coach them. There are certain companies that will handle the whole interview process on behalf of your business, from organizing appointments and coordinating travel and accommodation to providing post-interview comments based on their level of assistance. Those that want a more hands-on approach will simply educate, train, and review applicants for each interview. Step 6. Complete the process and provide feedback. The last step in the recruiting process is to extend an offer of employment to qualified applicants, pending the results of comprehensive background screenings. Many recruiting project contractors offer complete onboarding management, which includes processing counter-proposals and providing post-offer assistance, since any top talent in their field is likely to make a counter-offer. After the recruiting process has been completed successfully, some recruitment project companies will ask all applicants who have interacted and interviewed with your organization for comments on the recruiting process. This data is communicated to your business, allowing you to fine-tune your recruiting process and notify them about any concerns that might adversely impact the applicant's journey and impair the image of the organization. Enhancing recruitment project process with KanBo. Every business operating in the construction sector is seeking a digital platform that will allow it to centralize the management of all of its operations in a single location. Because of its malleability and versatility, the work and business process management platform that KanBo offers might prove to be beneficial to any construction firm, particularly the ones looking to deploy a recruitment project strategy. It is no longer necessary for construction organizations to separate their information into separate silos, which may stifle cross-departmental collaboration and the development of novel ideas and discoveries. KanBo is flexible enough to accommodate a broad variety of management styles, thus the hierarchical structure of your firm is irrelevant in terms of how it will work with the software. KanBo serves as the digital home base for CEOs. KanBo makes all of the employee-related information, such as internal communications, job descriptions, and performance objectives, as well as goals and projects, easily accessible. Platforms for agile work management might be used by upper management in order to establish a virtual base of operations. Now, executives working in the construction industry have the opportunity to get highly visual data and analytics. KanBo facilitates a decision-making process that is both more accurate and quicker, which may be advantageous to the innovation strategy of a business. KanBo is a citizen programming platform that offers a low-code environment. Only two of the many advantages of a low-code strategy are discussed in this paragraph: a quicker delivery of applications and less human coding. Constructing mobile apps is now possible for everyone, even project managers and business analysts who are not proficient in coding. It is possible that non-technical individuals may be able to have a bigger influence on the company if backlogs in information technology are reduced and shadow technology is eliminated. As a direct consequence of this change, the overall performance of the operating system has improved. This ultimately leads to the development of innovative new technologies. The non-technical staff will have the greatest affection for KanBo. Because of the functional variety of KanBo, both programmers and non-programmers are able to construct software applications without needing to learn how to program in the traditional sense. If the executives of a corporation are unable to code, it is possible that they will be unable to carry out their responsibilities. The most significant benefit of quick application development is the use of a platform such as KanBo or another comparable no-code solution. These platforms are becoming more significant as the number of mobile workers continues to rise and as the availability of software expertise continues to decrease. Workers in the information team can use Kanban to manage projects and workflows. When it comes to accomplishing a certain goal, processes are acts that take place over a longer period of time. The platform provided by KanBo gives personnel in the construction sector access to the resources they need to properly manage projects. By using the building components of the program, several teams and departments will have a much simpler time interacting with one another. Final word. The perceptions toward recruiting and recruitment agencies have also shifted, with organizations increasingly investing in talent initiatives and searching for consultants, instead of considering knowledge assets as a last option. That's why it has become more than essential for construction businesses to alter their conventional practices and develop a more modern and malleable hiring strategy that's capable of embracing new and innovative approaches, like bringing a recruitment project partner on board to meet organizational needs and objectives. As this can be a major process-intensive initiative for any construction business, they need a digital platform that can handle all the information, ensuring effective communication and collaboration between teams and different hierarchical levels. KanBo software can deliver the transparency and visibility that construction businesses need to make their recruitment projects successful.